Things are not looking very live, laugh, love in the perimeter. It turns out that my sign didn't survive very long. Doc has gone ahead and changed it to, I mean, look at that. Grind, optimize, automate, thrive. And it's just not very live, laugh, love. He could have at least tried to do it in cursive. I think this is a true downgrade. Does this do something? Hold on, I don't have a... How do I not have a bow? Now, before I get a bow, I want to talk about what I'm definitely going to do this episode. Definitely. I've talked about it too long. I've left this, which I don't even know if you know what this is. This is my squid farm. It's overflowing with ink sacs and has been most of the season. Look at this. It's insane. And I've just left it here like this. So today I have laid out a circle. Well, it's not actually a circle, it's more like an oval, and we're gonna build something that goes over the top of this. Now the challenge is actually building something without ever putting a block on top of any of these, because then that will stop it spawning. So it's gonna be an interesting challenge, but let's go and get that bow. Actually, Scar just got on. Scar's definitely got a bow. There it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. I just need a bow.
You call the hot guy?
I don't need the dude. I just need the bow.
Well, you get a whole package with me.
Did you see this over here?
What is it? What?
On holiday, do not replace me while I'm gone. On holiday, do not replace me while I'm gone.
It's almost like I wrote that.
Did he do not That's got to be a mistake, right? Because not would mean that he wants us to replace him.
We should replace him.
it says do not, so we can't not replace him.
Yeah, 100%. Let's all assemble in our tents here for a nap and replace Mumbo.
That's what it says. Anyway, let's not get distracted. We'll come back to that in a second.
Okay,
over here,
right.
Doc's done the least live, laugh, love thing ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw him working on this on stream.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what it was. Grind, optimize, automate, thrive.
And there's a target block. You've got to do it. I was gonna do it, but I didn't have a bow on me. I don't know where mine's gone.
Can I just ram it really hard with my head?
That's not gonna work. Wait, we can try.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it full speed. Let's go.
Wait, it did work.
What? Really?
Yes, it worked.
Oh, dude, it worked. Oh my god. Oh, I had no idea. I was just goofing.
What is it?
I was goofing.
What is it? What does it do? Is it just an animation?
What is it doing?
Oh!
Gran! My tent, Gran!
Oh, the camp's gone.
Buttercup, what the heck?
Oh, my tent almost survived.
Oh, no.
Oh, I only caught like a glimpse of it.
I didn't see it at all. I just saw... Green, we
It's
lost the
all
headshot
gone.
of Hawkeye.
Is that it? I can't believe that ramming your head into a target block works. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's all it does, Scar. It's just...
Are you serious?
It's
That's
just,
what that was there.
It's an
just to blow up our
animation.
face.
Yeah, it's an animation, and it blew up the tents. Well, now we definitely got to replace Mumbo.
Oh, no. You know what's the most sad, Green? Is that it blew up your Hawkeye poster in your tent.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'll get you another one.
No,
Don't you
that's
worry,
fine.
mister.
No, you can't replace that. It was special. That's fine. You don't.
I'll make you
Scar,
even
it's
more
honestly,
special.
I couldn't possibly burden you with
it's
that.
no worry, Green.
No,
I promise
Scar,
you I won't
seriously,
even charge you.
it's fine.
Okay, I'll get you one really
the
soon.
Scar, it's, I love that, but there's just no replacing it.
Okay, so Mumbo bailed on us. We need to replace him.
Yeah, Mumbo's on holiday.
And
Although
we lost our tent.
Thank goodness Goat Eater survived. What a tank!
Only good thing of today is
Just that Goat Eater lives. Yeah, the sign's gone. I don't know. What do we do with this?
Did it? So we blew up our own base in some ways?
Yeah, I mean, we got played.
It's such a Buttercup thing to do.
We definitely knew that we were going to go for it, but I didn't know that you could activate target box by ramming into it. Did you?
No, I was just joking. It's like, hey, let's ram ourselves into it for jokes and laughs.
We need to come up with a new headquarters. Something a little more robust than some woolen tents.
Maybe like a undercarriage of obsidian just to be safe.
Yeah, maybe we make it. Oh, we could make it floating so that we can't deal with. You know what? Let's brainstorm this and come up with something. So Scar and I brainstormed a little bit, and we ended up deciding we're going to make a giant bonsai cherry blossom tree, and that's why we spent a couple of hours hanging out and taking down a bunch of these, and we've got quite a lot of stuff. It's amazing what you can do if you end up just grinding out a couple of things together. I mean, this started off as just one cherry tree, and we've got probably more than enough to build something, but now I've got to wait for Scar to get back on, and therefore it's a great time to be doing the thing I definitely needed to do today, which is this. So I've got this ovular shape, and I still am in love with Season 7's Hermitcraft the Barge, and so I want to build something that resembles that. I don't know why, it's just what I've imagined for this, and it really does need to be made out of glass, otherwise I'm going to block the spawns for my squids. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm basically going to make a giant oval shape all the way up, I don't know, to about maybe here, quite tall, and then make a circle, then make a dome over the top. So that's what I'm going to do until Scar gets back on this afternoon. I might even, if I have time, do this bamboo farm. And here's the thing, I've realized why I haven't done this as well. It's because I don't use bamboo. I haven't used bamboo all season. I've crafted a bunch of the new bamboo blocks. I'm not using them. I must admit, I don't know if I'm that fond of them. Like, they're actually quite a good looking block. I just don't think it fits with what I'm doing at the moment. I'm not sure this is a block that's for me right now, but making a bamboo farm can't hurt, can it? Yeah. I mean, that shows you I've just unlocked a bunch of recipes for bamboo because that's how much I've used it since the updates come out. So anyway, let's go ahead and build this, because despite it overflowing constantly, I have needed black dye most of the season. And I think it's just part of trying to make this whole thing finished. Unlike some people that can't finish the back of their base, Mumbo. Right, let's go. There's just something about this style. It takes me back to a simpler time, a Season 7 time. And this has made... I feel like I did something like this in maybe Season 8 as well. Well, anyway, it's made a return. There is something to be said that it feels a bit lonely on its own, and that's okay. There's two things that I can do to make this building feel less lonely. The first thing is I could make a bigger dome here so it's got a friend. Or the easier option is to add lots of vegetation around it and add a farm so that it looks alone, because it kind of is. It's just got nothing around the back here. Well, the other thing that I'm going to do, because inside, it works, by the way, this still works. You can see a couple of squid down there. Oh, there was a couple of squid down there. But look in here, it is empty. And a couple of solutions that I have here is to just add some greenery, but I have to make sure I don't build over the top of these. Now, throughout the season, I've left my cocoa bean farm, for want of a better word. It is 2 lines of jungle wood. I can move this inside there and lose absolutely nothing. This doesn't get harvested ever. Yeah, unless there's a run on brown terracotta or brown glass or brown concrete powder, which hasn't happened yet. Not sure this is going to be a strictly active farm, but it is ugly. It looks like, yeah, it kind of looks just, it doesn't look great, does it? Looks like a kind of skin condition. But we can move this inside there. See, as long as I keep them off of the glass, they actually work pretty well in here. So I can double up on this farm space. Then plant the beans in between. So I still have a cocoa bean farm, even if it's not the best way of doing this. And considering I've only got 24 jungle logs left, that means that there isn't a lot less cocoa beans being grown. In fact, because each one of these has all 4 sides growing cocoa beans on them, I may even be more efficient in terms of the amount of cocoa bean to jungle wood ratio. So absolutely nothing lost other than cleaning up, moving it from there to here. But it still looks fairly ugly in here. There's no getting around that. So I think we need to add a little bit of vegetation. You guys. Oh. It's a staring competition. They see me. Why aren't they moving? It's a stare off. This is creeping me out a little bit, fellas. What if I... How close can I get? What? Take your beans? That's why you're here? You want beans? They really can see me. They're aggroed on me. Surely I'm in range now. How much closer can I get? My jaw is dropping because... What? Are they just not aggressive? Oh, there they go. That close, apparently. Alright. Oh. I'm gonna get exile, aren't I? Yeah, I got bad omen for a bit. I don't think I have any villagers around here, so I think it's fine. I can just hang out for another hour and a half, build another thing. You know what? This building, although lonely from a distance, from here, from this perspective, it fills that gap really, really nicely. Right, I've got 7 pitcher pods. The new plants that look like a lot like turnips. This could be something that I use to make this place look a little bit more green and integrated. Now, we have 2 options with the pitcher plant. One, we can grow them to their full pitcher glory, or you can pop a string above them and keep them in their turnip state. So maybe I could even alter them a little bit so it looks like some of them are growing and some of them aren't. I wish I could maintain this plant, but because it's already grown double height, I can't do anything to keep it in that state, but that's a really nice flower. So there's a little bit of experimenting that can be done here. I have to be careful to make sure I don't cover any of this, but even just putting some azalea leaves, like so, to kind of cover this up, I think will go a long way to making this place look really nice and overgrown. And because these are tree stumps, I can almost extend that and have a central tree, make this look more like a greenhouse, which is basically what this is designed off of, is a Victorian greenhouse. You know what? Just having something in there has helped a lot. And as I grow more pitcher plants from Dwight Schnute, who finds me more of these flowers, I can make a whole ream of the pitcher plant. So while I wait for Scar, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a few more interior trees. See if we can create something really special in here. There we go. I filled it up from the middle. Now the trees are directly taken from some of these stumps in here. This is actually pretty difficult to navigate now. So yeah, we got trees directly in the center that's helped fill this up and make it look more like a real greenhouse. Then I realized if I was going to continue to decorate it with more of these pitcher plants, I'm going to need more pitcher pods, which is why I built this small enclosure, because Dwight Schnute is actually going to do something. He's going to live in here along with Snot, and in order to harvest that, I'm going to... Oh, I forgot that there's a farm there. I'm going to need to load this up with a whole bunch of hoppers. So, as long as everything filters into here, we should be good. Sniffers dig on grass and mud, but unfortunately, it won't go through the block if it's on grass. But that's not the case with mud. As you can see, so Sniffers will dig up the seeds every 8 minutes if you're nearby. Yeah, it's going to be a slow farm, but over time it'll dig up enough. They then fall through the mud into the hoppers, and then they make their way to the chest over there. And then over 1,000,000 years, eventually I'll have 5 pitcher pods in order to make a little farm. Now this is pretty gross looking. I wonder if this does anything. No, that stopped. Moss carpet stops it. Now all that's left is to go and get Dwight Schnute and pop him in his pen so I can actually harvest the seeds that he's been making. Where is Schnute? Where is Dwight? I know that Snot is hopefully... Oh no! Snot was in the crater. All the sniffers were down here. Doc might have... Well, we might have. Snot's gone. Was Dwight Schnute in there as well? I don't think so. I checked all the sniffers. Oh, man. There's no sniffers hiding. Oh, no. I have Goat Eater. I might need a couple of sniffer eggs. Mumbo's sniffers are gone as well. Where are they? I knew they took Snot, but Dwight Schnute, he was my first sniffer. Oh, man. I actually just finished a project. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, apparently there is a place we can get some sniffer eggs. X has a bunch by the Arch of Champions, which I don't know where that is, but I'm hoping if I head this way, it will present itself to me. Ah, never mind. Here it is. It must be this. If it's not in this giant sniffer, I'm going to be really disappointed. Yep, there it is. Oh, there that goes. I don't even know how I did that. Right, so apparently I'm free to do this. Oh, look at him go. So this is actually for farming the seeds. Oh. Yes, no, don't get too close. Thank you, personal space. Personal space. Thank you. Right, 1 sniffer egg. 2 sniffer eggs. So I don't know how long this farm's been running, but this is a pretty slow farm with quite a lot of sniffers, and we're only going to have 2. Okay, here we are. Now, these will take a little while to hatch. This is cute! This is cute. Okay, so eventually these guys will do their thing, and done. I wonder where Dwight Schnute is. I'm not convinced that Dwight Schnute was there. I know for a fact that Snot was in there and has almost certainly perished. But Schnute might not be. And if all else fails, we still got Goat Eater. Now, all we gotta do is wait for Scar, which is what I've been doing this whole time. If Scar doesn't get back soon, I'm gonna have everything. This season will be finished by the time Scar gets here. Scar, I'm being too productive. You need to hurry up. Scar has finally gotten online, so now I can finally get this cherry tree built. The sniffers, I mean, he's been so long that the sniffers have grown up, and I have the world's slowest farm. In fact, there hasn't been a pitcher pod or anything go in here for a very long time. Keep sniffing. Sniff more. And so also, while I was waiting, I've made a little something. I was actually talking to Jev, and this idea sprung up, and I thought I'd get it kicked off. It's very similar to the hot potato from season... Oh, you're testing me now. Season 6. So what I've got here is a bunch of secret panes of pain. Now, much like Etho, you can put these panes in your inventory and they'll be completely invisible because of the shade of grey. And so we can block someone's inventory. Now, what it says is it's the secret pane of pain. How long has this been here? And the goal is to give this to another hermit without them noticing. And then it will just soak up their inventory for a while. You must keep this in your inventory until then. So there we go. I've got 35 of them, got some spare. I'm going to try and offload one of these secretly to Scar when he arrives. So this will be the hot potato secret pane of pain.
Hello there.
Hello.
You called?
Yeah, I've been busy. I've been waiting. Well, I told the audience we gathered all this, and now we need to go and place all this. We're gonna make a giant cherry tree, right?
Cherry tree house. That's right. Let's go.
Cherry tree house. So yeah, if we're gonna take this over to the pot that we've already made, so that bit's already done. Hold on, let me get rid of some stuff here. There you go. There's the phantom membranes. There we go.
And a cookie? You don't want the cookie? You don't want the cookie?
No, I'm good. I've got plenty of stuff. Right. Okay.
I did forget, Grian, that there was a hole here. It's been a little while since we were back here. I kind of forgot the camp doesn't exist.
Yeah, I think we just leave this as a monument to what happened. We can maybe make a memorial for Snot definitely died. Schnoot might have died. I don't know where he's missing in action. Or maybe Cub took him. I don't know. Nothing's...
there's a lot of artifacts missing around here.
Nothing's sacred anymore. So we're going to use this pot to build the giant bonsai.
Doc's an artifact. Why doesn't Cub just take him?
We're just going to free flow this build, right?
Oh, yeah. Let me get some dirt.
Yeah.
Because that is the easiest way to free flow is just dirt. No commitments. Just beautiful, fluffy dirt. Let me grab some.
We totally got rid of the pain of pain. That was so easy. He even threw out the junk, but didn't see the pain of pain. But since we're building, he's almost certainly going to see it while we're building.
I've arrived with dirt. So, the SCAR method. That shulker box barely has any dirt in it. So, the SCAR method is basically, you just start out just making the trunk, get the idea with the dirt, and then you replace the dirt with the bark, and then you don't have to waste any of the logs, because logs are valuable. Logs are valuable.
Okay. All right, well, let's
SCAR
get this
method.
started. You know, I'm getting more and more convinced that I don't need to plan builds out quite so much. Look at this. Me and Scar, with zero communication, managed to build this off of a single reference image. Sure, this bit at the top, which is the meeting room, I admit, it doesn't look great, and we can fix that. We can alter it, and we can make this work. But the rest of the tree looks simply incredible. And if you hang around here long enough to let all of the petals flow with the animation that was added to these, I'm so impressed with how far they go. Like, they go properly off into the distance. It's beautiful. But take a look at this. If you turn around, doesn't that look so cool? They go all the way to about here. You have to be relatively close to the leaves in order to activate the animation. So if I stand here, I can kind of get all of these to give us a nice breeze. And if we zoom out, we can get the full effect of the bonsai tree. That is actually really, really cool. I'm surprised how far these fall. So that's it, the new Buttercup headquarters. All it needs now is a giant cursive B for Buttercup, and we've got ourselves a lovely tree. We can add some extra structures and whatever else when Mumbo gets back, but for now, this is pretty cool. Also, during that time lapse, me and Scar were obviously hanging out. He never realized that there is a secret pane of pain in his inventory, so I don't know if it's still there. I honestly, you know, I threw it in his inventory. You saw that earlier quite sneakily when I was just like getting rid of stuff. And we'll see. I'm gonna have to wait until his next episode to find out if he has the pane of pain, and then he's got to try and give it to somebody else. So that is it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next episode. Goodbye.